Welcome to Tabletop Battle Adventures. D-Day, 0830 hours, turn 17, part 3. For the details, you have to go back and watch this turn's introduction video. For the objectives, platoons, positions, casualties, and other details. We're looking at Omaha Beach, 2nd Rangers, Company C, 1st Platoon on the far right flank, 2nd Platoon, and Rangers Heavy Weapons. Right in front of them is 116th Infantry Company A, 1st Platoon. This is 1st Squad out front, leading the way. Some of 2nd Squad, 3rd Squad on the left flank, 116th Platoon leader, and some of their heavy weapons. The 743rd Tank Battalion, Company A. Company Commander's tanks knocked out. Company 1st Sergeant still in the fight. 2nd Platoon tank was knocked out. The Sherman with the dozer blade attachment, has pushed through the beach obstacles, and the Sherman Crocodile knocked out the Pac 40 gun and killed like 2 of the crew members. It was epic. The 916th Grenadiers, 1st and 2nd Platoon, defending Omaha Beach, taking massive losses the last few turns. The T-34 Calliope killed 12 Germans in one salvo from the rockets. The 88 is still in the fight in this bunker, and they're still a pretty strong position here. The Germans must hold positions and fight until the end of turn 18, so turn 19 they can begin to withdraw or continue to fight. U.S. forces advance or run on any of the beach areas and the light brown colored areas. They have to take a landmine check. If they fail, there are consequences involving landmines. It's been an epic battle. I won't go into too much detail, or it just takes an incredible amount of time to, like I said, the introduction video is like 30 minutes or so. That's how long it takes me just to explain all the positions. So obviously can't do that every time. And then over to the hedgerows. The 506th continues pushing forward. They were hit with an artillery strike this turn, and called in last turn by the 6th Fallschirmjäger, 3 forward observer men here on the boxes. 5 paratroopers killed and 1 German killed in friendly fire. But there is no Germans defending now on this flank. The closest would be all the way up here, 6th Fallschirmjäger, 2nd section. Soldiers here. And then across the road, the closest defenders would probably be this 6th Fallschirmjäger 2nd section LMG in the roof. And the 1058 Grenadiers still hold this farm headquarters complex. Hundredth Panzer, 3 armored vehicles still in the fight, and a mixture of 6th Fallschirmjäger reinforcements and survivors of the 1058 Grenadiers on the left flank for the Germans. More 506 soldiers pushing forward. Currently, most soldiers are hidden that are in the hedgerows, except here. The 506 2nd Squad BAR soldier, 2nd Squad's LMG team are not hidden. There's a few we'll most likely be doing a lot of ambushes still tonight. This German dice here is the first dice of this turn. Haven't gotten to it yet because there's so many units. There was 10 German and 10 U.S. order dice on ambush to start out this turn. So we're still working through the ambushes. The 6 Fall Shoemaker hold the river lock. It is open and has been for the entire battle. And it is flooding these green fields. Infantry advance, no run, no vehicles. And the brown fields, normal movement. 6 Fall Shoemaker also holds both bridges leading into Carentan. 506 want to get to these bridges and knock them out before turn 24, when a full company from Panzer Lehr Division will be arriving in Carentan, counterattacking toward the beaches. And the 6 Fall Shoemaker also hold all of Carentan. It's been an epic fight. And I believe I thought the U.S. started out on, I think the first thing is an ambush roll-off. We'll get started. So we're going to roll off, see who gets to spring the next ambush. U.S. green and German brown. U.S. wins the ambush roll-off. So for the U.S. forces on ambush still, we have Sergeant Jory, who just survived an artillery round exploding. So he's on ambush, but all he's going to be able to do is to rally this turn. I think he's got 3 or 4 pin markers. The other soldier that is on ambush is here, Sergeant Caleb, sniper. And since these, I might want to activate him since he's an NCO. He can order one of these exposed soldiers to either fire or fall back to take cover again. And there's a few. I'll head over here and check out the U.S. right flank, see who's on ambush. 3rd Squad Leader, Sergeant Jake McNeese, on ambush, center screen. Platoon Sergeant David, on ambush. And the flamethrower team is on ambush. These soldiers are all hidden. There's no immediate danger. We have a lot of Germans on ambush here, too. We kind of have a standoff. This soldier is exposed already. His position is not hidden. That's a 1058 Grenadier 2nd Section LMG gunner. He fired over here at some 506 soldiers, and so his position is known. But I would say since the U.S. won the ambush roll-off, I'm not in a hurry. The only thing I can think of here is to act first with these soldiers. But we'll take a look at Omaha Beach and see if anything is more pressing for the U.S. forces. We've got a sniper from 116th Infantry on ambush. The other sniper from the 116th on ambush. We've got a 2nd Ranger, 2nd Platoon sniper on ambush. And also 2nd Ranger's 1st Platoon sniper on ambush. This side over here is starting to take a lot of fire from this bunker up here. It's got an LMG team and 3 soldiers with assault rifles. So they've been taking some hits. Let me think about what's most pressing. And just to mention, all of the 743rd Tank Battalion tanks have already received their order dice for this turn, except for the 2nd Platoon leader in the Jackson. And he's got a few pin markers, 5 I think, so he's not going to be not in a hurry to activate him either. Let's head over to the hedgerows. I think we're going to activate over there. Sergeant Caleb, the sniper, he's hidden. He's going to spring his ambush and receive an advance order. He's going to creep into a better position in this hedgerow, so right now he can't fire his sniper rifle. The 2 soldiers in front of him are going to receive an order from the sergeant. It's the 2nd Squad LMG team. They're going to need to pass a order check with the NCO right here. They'll be testing at a 10 and under. They pass. And they're going to advance See their order dice there. They're going to stay in the hedgerow, then they'll be hidden again, and they're going to set up where they can. Basically, this hedgerow here will provide cover. Oh, hedgerows block line of sight, by the way. So they'll have some cover against these soldiers, and then also they'll be able to flank, hoping to flank this 6 Fallschirmjäger team here. I think they'll hold their fire because they'll get the -1 for moving, which will make any shot pretty difficult. So they'll remain hidden. And then Sergeant Caleb is also going to sneak up and take a position to their left, right in the corner of this hedgerow, so he can also, and he will not open fire either. He'll be he's going to remain hidden, I think. Much better position. Next ambush roll off. Germans. 6 Fallschirmjäger, 2nd section. Leader, Sergeant Hans, will spring his ambush. He'll receive a fire order. He's going to pull order dice. He's going to give an order to these 2 soldiers from his 2nd section. I was going to have them close the river lock so that in D3+1 turns, the fields will no longer be flooded. So that way, the Germans could take advantage of their 3 armored vehicles to flank the U.S. forces here, or anywhere they want. Even get back here with a vehicle and take out these 2 mortars, and even flank the M5 3-inch AT gun that's got a nasty position holding this road. So I'm thinking about still doing it, but also it might be nice to have the U.S. forces that are coming from the Omaha Beach eventually, as when they inevitably kill all the Germans on Omaha Beach, and then they enter the battlefield on these 2 roads. It would be nice to have them be congested on the roads, and then just have the German armor and the survivors of the 6 Fallschirmjäger and the 1058 Grenadiers set up and just wait for them to come the only way they can come then, which is really busting through hedgerows if they're big, heavy tanks. And they can't go through so the only places they could break through then would be through this hedgerow, because they can come across this brown field. Can't go across the bridge. Impassable. So yeah, maybe it would be better to force them to not be able to move through the center. Yeah, so let's get these guys, and I also need to get them because right now we've got this 57mm AT gun and the M8 Greyhound scout car, Sergeant Travis, with line of sight on my 2 soldiers here. So let's have the sergeant spring his ambush, fire order. He won't fire, he's going to remain hidden, and then he's going to order these 2 soldiers to get off of there and to take a position and hidden behind the hard cover. Ambush roll off. Germans. 916th Grenadiers, 2nd Platoon, Commander, the 1st Lieutenant, positioned in this bunker. He's got his radio operator with him also. He does personally have line of sight on these 2nd Rangers, 1st Platoon soldiers. Right here. Not calling a nasty artillery strike in there. Also want to fire on them with these Germans here before because as they move forward, eventually we're not going to be able to fire on them anymore. They're going to have a pretty easy time swinging around with all the dead Germans in this area. Not many defenders left. There's a few though. So we're going to spring his ambush. He's going to get a fire order, and he is going to order the The LMG team from 1st Platoon, 1st Section on the right, I think they're going to fire separately from these soldiers. So he's going to first order the LMG team to open fire, and they're going to go ahead and go for the soldiers on the far right, left flank as we're looking at them. The far right flank of the battlefield, though. There's 3 soldiers in a group there, in a squad. LMG team receives the fire order, and they do have line of sight on the Rangers on the far right flank. There's 3 soldiers in that half squad. Or it'd be a team rather. So they'll be hitting on 4s for the long range and 6s because it's beyond the normal range. So needing 6s. Pretty good. 2 hits. They'll take a pin marker, and they're just regular soldiers dying on 5s and 6s, wounded on 4s. Ooh, we got 1 killed and a wounded soldier. We'll re-roll a 6 and see if we can choose the assistant squad leader for first squad. Nope. 1 dead, 1 wounded. Soldier on the far right is killed. Soldier next to him will be wounded, bleeding out in how many turns? 5 turns. He'll bleed out the end of turn 22. And the 1st Platoon, 1st Squad assistant leader will have the pin marker with him. One soldier is still alive wounded, so he does not have to take a morale check. However, this flank started out, had an easy time of it. Now they have 3 soldiers wounded in the 1st platoon and 4 soldiers KIA. The 916th Grenadiers, 2nd Platoon commanders, the 1st Lieutenant, with his 2nd order, instead of giving out an order dice, he's going to have his radio operator call in an artillery strike on a target near the soldier that was just shot down, or 2 soldiers were just shot down. That artillery strike is going to be called in on this wounded soldier's position. Next ambush roll-off. U.S. 2nd Rangers. 1st Platoon sniper is going to spring his ambush. He's going to get an advance order. And he's going to give an order to the platoon commander, 1st Lieutenant of 1st Platoon. He's going to receive an advance order. And the lieutenant's going to pull 2 order dice. And he's going to give an order dice to the 1st Squad assistant leader on the right with the pin marker. And the other dice will go to the other 1st Squad assistant leader. And the LMG gunner is attached to the assistant leader on the right, and this 1st Squad soldier on the left of the other assistant squad leader is with that assistant squad leader. All right, so everybody's moving forward. I want to get them forward because I think the artillery strike is going to just hammer this area, so we obviously don't want to be anywhere on top of that marker. But also we want to get up to this beach wall, high tide mark, kind of getting cover before this 2nd Platoon, 916th Grenadiers, 2nd Platoon MMG team can open fire on us and inflict more damage. Plus, the bunker that just took out the 1 soldier killed and 1 wounded still has 3 soldiers in there. They can fire this turn with 3 assault rifles, 6 more shots coming hitting on 6s, so I'm going to get forward. So let's make it happen. Advance time. Alright, our 1st Platoon Ranger Sniper is going to give his order dice to the platoon commander for 1st Platoon, and he will receive an advance order. before the sniper moves and before the platoon commander moves, the platoon commander is going to use one of his order dice to order the first squad assistant leader, center screen, and the one soldier with him to pick up the wounded LMG loader from first squad, and then drag him away from the artillery strike location, and they're going to be able to make it about right where that dice is. But first, I got to pass this orders check. All right, orders check first. Only one pin. The first lieutenant and the NCOs nearby will get rid of that pin marker. So it's gonna be they're gonna be testing it. They'll be testing it at 10 and under. Oh, crap! I failed the orders test, and we'll go down. At least that wasn't a landmine check. That is not good to be stuck in that position for next turn. Bad time to fail orders test. All right, the lieutenant's second order dice is going to go to the other first squad assistant leader and the LMG gunner, and they're going to be ordered to advance. They're going to pick up the wounded first squad soldier on the right and drag him forward to the low tide mark, put him in some soft cover. Got to pass their 10 and under orders check. Oh my gosh. They fail. Not just fail, but fail with the FUBAR. I had to read up a refresher on FUBAR. Okay, 1 and 2, friendly fire, except there is no enemy within 12 inches of our soldiers to shoot on our own soldiers. So, therefore, 1 and 2, they go down, which is terrible, right? They're like, this is awful. And and then any 3, 4, 5, 6, they run back to the water, basically. Retreat. All right, let's see. No, they're going back to the water's edge. They flee in fear. First squad assistant leader and the LMG gunner. Actually, it might end up saving their lives. It depends on if they made it 6 inches away from the artillery strike spot. So it might actually save their life. We'll have to see. Okay, now that we've had that failure, platoon commander. So I wonder if I move him kind of toward this way. If he goes forward, he's not going to get 6 inches past the artillery spot. I think the only way is to basically head back again this direction. We'll try that. We want to get 6 inches away so we don't get smashed by artillery, even if it slows us down taking the beach. Okay, so I remeasured. These soldiers can run 8 inches on the sand. From their position to the water's edge was 5 inches, which leaves 3 inches left to run. Water's no run, so they have to finish at an advance, which is half advance. So that's where they ended up. We'll find out if they got lucky, if it's 6 inches away from the artillery spot next turn, if the artillery strike even comes in. On that note, the platoon commander, the first lieutenant of the first platoon, on his advance, he's gonna head this direction, and hopefully, I don't think any other direction other than back into the water. I don't really want to do that. Can't call in any fire from there. If we go forward, we're going to be in the 6 inch range for sure. So it's got to be sideways and backwards. They have to take a landmine check. These guys probably should have too. They were on a retreat though. That was a run order. All right, well, they're back here. Let's imagine they're next to that beach obstacle. Landmine check. They pass. Thank goodness. All right, now for the first lieutenant's landmine check. Oh my God. He fails. Oh geez, this flank is just getting wrecked. The right flank is just getting wrecked, really by themselves. All right, so on a roll of a 1, the landmine explodes in their face, first of all. And now on a roll of 1, they take hits, and on anything 2 up, then they take D3 pins, and it's a 2-inch HE, D3 pins, and go down. Wrecked. All right, D3 pins. 3 pins, crushed. Okay, back to our first platoon sniper. He is going to advance this direction, hopefully, and I think that'll put him out of the range of the artillery strike. And he's going to need... I was thinking about grabbing the wounded guy, but by himself, he's dragging at half speed, or half distance. He's done for. So, hopefully these guys in their failed courage retreat, hopefully they are out of the kill zone. All right, landmine check for the sniper. Passes. He's probably out of the kill zone. So, I mean, next turn is going to be brutal. Oh, shoot. Company first sergeant here. He's going to be... Everyone's kind of going to have to kind of flow to the left this way. Oh, all right. Next ambush. Oh, the sniper, he's not... I don't think he's going to fire from there. He's pretty much any direction he shoots, he's going to shoot right past this guy's head. So at least he could shoot over the wounded guy. But there's just no target up there, I don't think. There might be. I wonder if he can take out these guys on the roof of the bunker. I'm gonna get the laser pointer. Let's check it out. Okay, first platoon sniper does have a shot on those soldiers up here. And but because he would normally be hitting on a 3 as a sniper, but because he advanced, he's just shooting as a rifleman now, which means he's going to need a 7. It's going to be terrible, but we'll still go for it. Miss. Next ambush roll off. US. That's going to be it for... Actually, no, I just thought I'm going to end it there for the night. It's a good spot. The 2nd Rangers, 1st Platoon, wrecking itself. But I forgot to let the Sherman Crocodile flamethrower tank shoot its hall-mounted MMG. My daughter and I were watching the video from the past video, which was part 2, I think. So 5 shots, and it's gonna target... There's a soldier right here. And it's the 916th Grenadiers, 2nd Platoon, 3rd Section leader. The only survivor from 3rd Section. And I think, I'll measure, but I think he's within 18, under 18. That's correct. He's at about 16 inches. So, let's see, he'll be hitting on 4s and single man 5s. Oh, it's still 7s. Yeah, I should have just gone for the troops in this bunker then. No, we'll go for the 3rd Section leader. Let's send him to the afterlife with his dead soldiers. Unless we shoot like that. Okay, now with that, I'm going to wrap it up for the night. I'd like to keep battling, but still gotta do all normal life's to-dos tomorrow, so epic. About 3 nights from now, we get back to the action. Still haven't got to the first dice of 0830 hours, turn 17. Still working through all these ambushes. And it will be The U.S. ambush. Getting closer to the end of the ambushes. It's already the longest single tabletop battle I've ever had, and I don't expect to finish this until maybe next year. I can just battle as much time as I have, and when it's a massive battle, it takes time. Worth it. A huge fight is just about to take place over here on the 506 right flank and the 1058 Grenadiers and 6th Fallschirmjäger left flank. It's going to be epic. All right, catch you next time.